Okay, it's just about 8 a.m. on Wednesday, November 16th, 2022. And this is a pre-race meeting for a new event, the Tierra Redonda Mountain Trail Run. And we have about 70 people registered total in the event. There's about 24 people on this call. So I'm going to wait just another minute or two and allow people to hop in. But while we're doing that, I want to introduce to you Rosalie Smith. She's here on the call. And Rosalie is an important person to all of us. She is, I believe, the founder of the Templeton Running Club in Templeton, California. She is a recent Boston Marathon finisher. She's an avid distance runner. And she's one of the owners of this property where we're going to host the race this weekend. So Rosalie, thank you so much for being here. Can you introduce yourself? Say hello.
Hi, thank you so much for helping us host this event. I'm really excited to do it.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to a great experience on a new property. And I think you're going to like all of the people that we're bringing. Normally, they're a pretty nice group of folks. I'm going to wait just one more minute and then we'll get into this. If you're just hopping in, just know that this is being recorded. We're going to share this with the world. Anybody that's interested to jump in and be part of this later on, I'm going to share it on the website. I'm going to try to share my screen. Let's see if I can do this. Some advanced maneuver. Can you guys see a document?
Yeah.
Okay. And a bunch of other cluttered stuff. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, looks like I can see you. And I can admit people into the meeting and I can share this document. Holy cow, everything's happening. All right, let's do it. My name's Lewis. And one of the coordinators of the event, Rosalie Smith, is here. We'll talk to her again in a moment. She's one of the property owners and founder of the Templeton Running Club. And in fact, I'll tell you, Rosalie and I have been talking about this for quite a while. She reached out to me and with the idea of wanting to host an event and as a benefit for the Templeton Running Club. And then after some discussion, we decided, well, we'll just do it together. So here I am. Here we are. We created a 48-hour, 24-hour, 21K, and a 10K trail run. That's the format that we came up with that we think fits this property best. On the document here, you can see the location to the ranch. In fact, this runner guide, just one page, and the event waiver is at allwedoisrun.com right now. So you can go there, download this as a PDF, print it, keep it with you. This is all the information that you need for this event. It's pretty simple. So the location is there, Lynch Canyon Road in Bradley, California. On the online, you can click on that link and a Google map will pop up and you can just follow it. But with that, Rosalie, can you just describe the best way to get to your property from Paso Robles?
Sure. You're going to take if you're on Highway 101, you'll take the 24th Street exit towards Lake Nasmiano, and you're going to go out Lake Nasmiano Drive all the way to Heritage Ranch. Past Heritage Ranch, you'll go to, just follow the instructions to get to Lake Nasmiano. You'll go across the dam, and up on top of the hill, there's a left-hand turn on Interlake Road. And you'll go down Interlake about 6 or 7 miles, turn left on Lynch Canyon, and that address leads you right to our ranch, the main road, or the main part of the ranch. The camp is actually just a half a mile past that address on the right-hand side. And I have a sign that I'll have out there too that we can point everybody to the right direction. But that'll get us to that address gets us to the main ranch. It's on the right-hand side. It's the only one on the right, actually, on Lynch Canyon Road.
Is it fair to say if you're not coming from Paso Robles, you're probably lost or about to be lost?
If you're not coming from Paso, if you're coming from the north, you'll go through King City and take Colon Road, and you'll still get on Interlake, and you'll still make a right-hand turn on Lynch Canyon. But it's fairly easy to get to. All the map apps are good at getting you to that address.
Okay. I would for sure suggest that you come from Highway 101, from Paso Robles, from the 24th Street exit. That's the most direct and elegant way to get there. You can come in through, as she was saying, through King City. I'm sure you can do it, but it's a little more rural. All right. Anybody have any questions about getting to the property? Okay. Very simple schedule of events. So, I'll be out there tomorrow morning, and there's a group of us that have volunteered to mark the course. The plan is to do that on Thursday, the 17th. That's tomorrow. I'll be there as early as possible. Hopefully, Rosalie, I'll be there around 8 or 9 a.m.
Okay.
We're going to mark the course. There should be a group of maybe 4 or 5 of us. We'll do it on foot, but you also said that you might have a gator or something that we might be able to use for part of it.
Yeah, we had one of our club members brought out a couple golf carts and electric carts and gas carts. So we have a full gamut, a fleet.
Got it. And then for all of you runners, I'll let you know exactly how we mark the course when we meet on Friday or Thursday night or Friday. I believe we're going to use pink ribbons, and so we'll go over the marking strategy, but the course will be marked. It'll be marked accurately. It'll be fine. That'll happen tomorrow, Thursday at 12 p.m. We've said that we'll allow folks to show up and come and find a camp spot. And probably very similar to Born to Run or some of our other events, you can find a spot that makes sense, that's safe, that's near the course, but out of the way. And you can set up your tent or truck or camper or RV or whatever it is that you have. There's plenty of space. Rosalie, can you talk a little bit about that, about what people can expect in the camp area?
Sure. Where we have the start and finish we call it cow camp. And it was something that our families used for as long as I've lived here. We go out and we set up camp right in that spot. My son had his 18th birthday there, and we hung some string lights and really, like that area because it's semi-remote, but it's still easy to get to. And it's in a section that we call the Fingers on the ranch. So you drive off of Lynch Canyon, you'll take a right turn down a dirt road, and it's only about a quarter mile or so. You'll take another right turn, and it kind of takes you down into these fingers that kind of go along the tree line along this creek. And at the end of the finger, it's cow camp, and it's all these little trees. And in the middle of it, there's this big flat open space where we could fit all sorts of people. Everybody can just pull in right there. It's pretty flat. There is some pretty good squirrel holes, so we'll have to watch out for, just watch where you park. There's, the squirrels are kind of crazy out here right now, but it's all open space. There's lots of room. So that whole area will be opened up for anybody to camp right there. And if you guys have a tent, there's some great tent camping in the trees with plenty of space for some hammocks and a little spot that might be a little bit closer to the fire.
So can you all see this map? Yes? No?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Let's see. I want to share screen. Oh, I see.
Rosalie, how are the conditions? Did you get much rain? And
Is it muddy or still pretty dry?
We got about an inch of rain and it's still pretty dry, fortunately and unfortunately. We wish it were a little bit wetter, but for this, it's perfect. So it was enough to knock the dust down on the roads. It can get pretty dusty back there. And I'm anticipating that once people start driving on the roads, it'll get dusty. But right now it's pretty good.
Nice. Any little green shoots coming up?
Starting just barely. If you look really close, there's a little bit of green haze out there.
Yay, yay.
Rosalie,
I was going to say I'm down in San Luis Obispo, so not too far.
Yeah, nice.
Rosalie, is it tall grass? Is it kind of like tall grass type stuff that we'll be camping on, or is it bare dirt?
It's pretty dirt. It's pretty well just bare dirt right
Okay.
now.
Now,
Thank
can
you.
you see this map?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the road that we'll be driving in on. I believe that the GPS takes you to the gate to their, this is where Rosalie lives. This is their home. So we're not going to go into this gate, but we're going to get you to this spot. We're actually
Yep.
going to turn onto the property, I think down here. Is that right, Rosalie?
Yes, that's right.
And then I'm gonna, we haven't set this up yet, but I'm assuming that what we're gonna do is drive in on this road.
Yes.
The camp is here inside of these trees. So this is the area that they call the fingers.
Mhm.
So right here is the cow camp, and this is where we're gonna be camping. So this is the start and the finish of the event. This is gonna be the main camp area right here. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, cool. Let me get to my notes here. What do you guys see? You still see the map? Sorry, I'm not good with screen sharing. Okay,
Yes.
let me get to my notes. Holy smokes, I usually don't struggle with these things. Okay, so the schedule, 12 noon, we're going to arrive. That's tomorrow. You can come at that point and find a location to camp. We'll help you do that. There's no reservations. So it's first come. And I think that there's plenty of space. There should be no problems finding a good spot. One thing I would remind you is just be careful when you're setting up your tent or trailer under an oak tree. Look up above you, make sure that everything looks okay. It's not uncommon for branches to fall off of these trees. So just be aware of what's above you before you set up your camp. Friday at 8 a.m., we'll start the 48-hour run. And we're gonna switch directions every 12 hours. So from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., you'll be going one direction, and then we'll switch at 8 p.m. I'll go over that in detail when we get up there, but that's the plan. Starting at 8 a.m. on Friday for the 48. I think that there's 14 of you registered in that event. At 8 o'clock on Saturday morning, we'll start the 24-hour, the 21K, and the 10K. So all of those events will start together. Total, there's about 55 people registered in all three of those events. Sunday at 8 a.m. is the cutoff for everything. So we'd like everybody off the course and done. And we'd like to be leaving the ranch prior to 12 noon on Sunday, the 20th. Rosalie, does all of that sound right to you?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. What do you guys see now? You're not seeing this screen share, are you? Let me pop it back up. Okay, now are you seeing that document?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so runner information. The ranch, it's a working cattle ranch, so everything that comes with cattle will be there. Sometimes we host these events and people later send me a nasty email saying that they saw cow poop, or they saw a dead cow, or they smelled cow poop. That's part of the program. So if you don't like cows and cow poop, then you're not going to like this thing. So just be aware that there could be cattle. Also know that we've hosted lots and lots of runs when there's cattle present and no one's ever been attacked and there's never been a problem. Just treat them with respect, stay away from them, and they'll pretty much stay away from you. Rosalie, is that correct?
That's right. And we should actually, well, I think we're going to move our cows actually to a different field so we can keep the gate open at night.
Okay. Another thing to know, again, this is a private property. In fact, I put the word strictly private. You are welcome to be there this weekend. You are not welcome to be there next weekend. So please don't think that this is an opportunity for you to recreate on this place later. It's not. So we need to have absolute respect for that. And also be appreciative to the fact that, you know, all of these events that we do on these private properties, these property owners really have very little to gain and a lot to lose by allowing the public to come and run around. So let's treat it with respect. Let's just treat the whole process with respect. On-site primitive camping. Primitive means that it's dry camping. There's no hookups, there's no electricity, there's no running water, none of that stuff. It's you park, you camp. There will be portable toilets, and that's it. If you need electricity, you are welcome to bring a small generator. Don't run it at nighttime. You know, again, be respectful to the people around you. And do not plan on using our generators. I will have a couple generators, but those are dedicated to the event. And sometimes what happens is people come and plug their phones and all their stuff in, and then it messes it up. So please don't plan on using the event generators. If you need electricity, please bring your own. There will be portable toilets. And those of you that have been to some of our events in the past are going to be happy to know there's going to be more toilets than normal. So it should be good. Speaking of toilets and private properties and pooping, you know, don't do it on the ranch, please. Don't leave anything out there. Don't leave toilet paper out there. Somebody's going to have to clean that up, and that somebody's me, probably. So please don't do that. Also know that, again, this private property is not a park. There's no rangers. There's no one that's taking care of it. It's us. So we need to respect it. Also, because it's not a park, this is not a maintained recreational trail. It's not a mountain bike trail. It's a private property. These trails are the trails that Rosalie runs on. They're the trails that cattle use to get back and forth from water trough and feed. So, you know, just be aware that we're running on real trails, not recreational trails. Any questions about any of that? The fact that it's a private ranch. Okay.
Rosalie, is there cell phone service?
There, for the most part, yes. So there's been times in cow camp where we don't have service, but if we move like 10 feet to the west, we have Verizon out here and it works 90% of the time.
Good to know. I'm almost finished. We're halfway through this page and it's only one page. So rules, it's all basic stuff that you're all used to. Everybody that comes onto the property, we need you to sign a liability waiver. And the waiver is available right now at allwedoisrun.com. Please go there, download it, print it, read it, sign it, bring it. It's important. Don't count on us having a waiver there. Please do it in advance. It's really helpful for us. And everybody that comes on to the property, even if they're not running, just your friends, your family, everybody needs to have a waiver. So be prepared. Please bring it with you. No pacers. What that means is that everybody on the course must be registered in an event. So if you're signed up for the 48-hour, we don't want you inviting all of your friends to come out and run with you. There are no pacers. You can run with each other. Runner to runner aid is fine. But everybody on the course needs to have a bib number pinned onto the front of their body. That means they need to be registered. That has to do with our insurance and our agreement with the ranch. No dogs on the course, please. In fact, Rosalie, we haven't talked about this. I'm assuming that we can have our dogs at the camp as long as they're well behaved and everything's good. But I prefer not to allow the dogs to run on the course. Does that sound all right, Rosalie?
Yep, that sounds fine.
Okay. And so let me say this too. I'm not trying to be a hard ass or a jerk about any of this stuff, but if your dog causes problems, we're going to ask your dog to leave. If your dog chases cattle, that's really, really a big problem. And so just keep them on a leash, keep them under control. Pretty simple. No running up or down. Participants are going to run in the event that they are registered. What that means is if you're in the 10K and you're thinking, I'm having a hell of a good day, I'm going to keep going and run the 21K. No, that doesn't work. Conversely, if you're in the 21K and you do one lap and you say to hell with this, I'm done, I want to be in the 10K. No, that doesn't work. So you can change your distance anytime prior to the start. So once that thing starts at 8 a.m. on Saturday, that's it. We're all committed to those distances. Anybody have any questions about that? Pretty simple. Cutoff time for everything is 8 a.m. on Sunday, the 20th. I'm assuming that everyone's going to be done way before 8 a.m. on the 20th, but that's the end. If you're still on the course, you'll finish that lap and then that's it. No one's going to start after 8 a.m. on Sunday. We have a special award for the first overall male and female in each of the distances. We don't have awards 3 deep, just the first overall male and female. And we have some nice things. I think you guys are going to like it. We have a special gift for all of the finishers. Also, I didn't put this in here, but if you wear a cowboy hat, bring it to registration table and we'll give you a special gift. Please wear your cowboy hat. And I have a special thing for everybody that brings a cowboy hat and wears it. 48-hour run. We're going to reverse directions every 12 hours. So 12 hours one direction, 12 hours the other direction, and so on. Same thing with the 24. Okay, so at 8 a.m. you switch. At 8 p.m. you switch. 8 a.m. you switch. Course information. This is fluid. We haven't marked the course yet, but this is the proposed course. This is how it looks to me right now. The 10K is 1 lap and it's long. It's almost 11 miles. It's 10.9. I'm sorry. It's almost 11K. It's 10.9 kilometers. The 21K is 2 laps on that same course. And yes, that's going to be long also. It's almost 22K. The 48-hour and the 24-hour are going to do laps on that course. So everybody's running in the same approximate 10-kilometer course. There is just over 1,000 feet of vertical gain per 10K loop. If you go online, you click on this link, you will see the Cal Topo map. In fact, let's see if I can do it without screwing this up here. Any questions about the course? No? Man, I'm just not good at this part. How about now? Can you see the map?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Luis, I have a question.
Yeah.
This is Claudia.
Hi, Claudia.
Could you share what is the poison oak situation in a general sense?
Well, that's a good Rosalie question, but as you know, Claudia, up
It's-
here
yes.
in this part of the world, you get into these creek beds, anywhere where there's oaks and creeks and oftentimes sycamore trees, you're probably going to find poison oak. Rosalie, what's the situation, Rosalie?
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. There is poison oak, especially on that upper side where the mountain side is, but it's mostly off the trail. And I've been running up there with the dogs. My whole family gets poison oak, and we haven't had any problems with it recently. My husband went through and opened up a little bit more of the trail on that out and back, and I'm hoping it won't be a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Claudia, it's my experience when a rancher tells you it's not bad, that means it's pretty bad. Here's kind of a pull away of the whole deal. So the ranch is here. This is Nacimiento Lake. So you just get a general idea of where we're going. This is San Antonio Lake, Nacimiento Lake. This is the area that we call the Narrows. So from up here, from the ranch, from the course, you're going to be looking down south and west towards the narrow sections of Nacimiento Lake. It's pretty cool. And then if you get way over here, you start getting onto the Hearst Ranch property. So the Hearst Castle and all that stuff is over here. Is that right, Rosalie?
Yes, that's right. Yep, you
Pretty
can see
cool.
Rocky Butte from a couple points, and you can see the highest peaks in Monterey County on another point.
And that's interesting too. We're right on the border. This yellow line, this side is Monterey County, this side is San Luis Obispo County. So we're literally going to be running along the county line, immediately out of the camp. We come right up here. It's kind of cool. So the course, you can think of it in two parts. This side is on the north of Lynch Canyon Road, and then this side is on the south.
Mhm.
So we're actually going to cross the road right here. This is a very small two lane county road. There should be no problems crossing right there. Essentially, this is it. We're going to be camped right here. Ready, set, go. We're going to run along this tree line into this ridge above this sort of plateau area here. Then there's a short climb along the county line here. This is a little bit of a climb. Drop down into this oak woodland over here. This becomes a dirt road. I'm going to follow that road to the gate. And here we're going to set up a water station, not an aid station, but a water station. So it'll just be a table and some water, just some basic stuff right here. This is a major intersection. You're going to go through it twice every lap. So you're going to exit, cross the road, come up here into this really wooded area. It's really pretty up here. Then there's an out and back. And Rosalie put this in here because there's a nice view up here. Is that right, Rosalie?
That's right. This is one of my favorite parts, is coming up this road. The spring that feeds the ranch goes up this road. It's the Spring Ranch Road, or Spring Road. And that's been feeding this ranch for the last 150 years, maybe. So yeah, it's beautiful up there.
So I thought about putting wristbands or something up here to prove that you've done the out and back, but I know all of you. I'm just going to trust that you're all going to do this out and back section. Probably at nighttime, you're going to get tempted and say, to hell with that. I'm not going up there, but it's up to you. It's your run. It's, you treat this the way that you want to. It's not the Olympics here where, the competitive value on this is pretty low. This is really just a community pleasure run. And so hopefully you all do this out and back every single time. If you're in the 21K and the 10K, of course, you absolutely need to do that out and back. Everybody should do it. But anyway, if you want to cheat, there's your opportunity right there. Hopefully you don't. You come back down here, make a right, follow this woodland all the way around, back to the gate where the water station is, cross, back onto the north side ranch property, into the fingers, back to the camp, where we'll have a full aid station waiting for you. Any questions about that? The link to this CalTopo map is also at allwedoisrun.com.
Actually, Lewis, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Maybe silly. Is there going to be like a timing thing at camp, or like a?
Oh, that's not a silly question. That's a good question. So, yeah. So at the conclusion of each lap, you'll check in at the timing table where probably you're going to find my wife, Beverly, or Mara, or a volunteer will be sitting here. And you come in, you show them your number, they enter your time into our computer, and then you go do the next lap. So we're going to count your laps, but we need you to help us count your laps. The 48 and 24 hour, almost always there's dispute. Oh, I ran 12 laps. You've got me down for 10, all of that. So, let's work on this together. Make sure that you come and check in at the conclusion of each lap.
Thank you.
Okay. Beverly's sitting right here. Any comments or questions? It's pretty simple. We just did the Back on the Ranch event, and there was, 80 people running around on a 2-mile course or a 1-mile course or 2-mile course. And we were able to keep pretty accurate track of all of that. Okay, I'm going to exit this. And there was chat question. So do we have to worry about bears or raccoons getting into your food? Listen, anytime you're on a remote area, you should be thinking about animals getting into your food. So just take care of it. I don't live on this ranch, but I'm certain that there's all kinds of critters out there. And this is just another part of respecting the property. We don't want, the animals aren't going to hurt you, but they're going to put shit all over the place. So keep everything neat and put away, and we should be just fine. Rosalie, any comments about that?
Yeah, we've actually had some wild pigs coming into our front yard. They haven't hit cow camp, which is unfortunate because they tore up our backyard, but they've kind of been staying on the other side of the property right now looking for water. But yeah, there's all sorts of animals out here. We haven't had any bears. There are raccoons, but we never had a problem with cow camp with raccoons. There are mountain lions out here. We see them very rarely. I haven't seen one in a couple years actually, but they are there, and yeah, they stay pretty scarce. We'll probably hear some coyotes overnight, but same thing. They'll come in and they'll see us and take off.
Yeah, the biggest mountain lion you're going to see is probably my wife, Beverly, sitting at the timing table. Ferocious. With lions, where I live, there's plenty of bears, plenty of lions, but we're going to be running around with lights on, making a bunch of noise. We're going to have music playing. The mountain lion is not going to come into the camp and attack anybody. I don't think you should worry about that. You should always be aware of your surroundings, but shouldn't be a big problem. Again, when a rancher tells you don't worry about mountain lions, you should worry about mountain lions. Any other questions about any of that? All right, let me get back to my notes. We're almost finished here. All right, the aid station and the water station. So again, we'll have an aid station at the camp. So every 10K, you're going to come into an aid station. We're not going to have a lot of cooking going on. There will be water, ice, Hammer nutrition products, soft drinks, some fruit, and grilled cheese is what I'm planning. That's about it. So plan accordingly. At the water station, there'll be water and some Hammer nutrition products, and that's it. There is a unique thing that with this event. One of those things is our friends from Prescription Coffee are going to be there with hot chocolate and hot coffee for purchase on Saturday morning. So I'll have my small coffee pot available to you. So we'll have some coffee going that's included. But if you want a nice cup of coffee on Saturday morning, please visit our friends from Prescription. They'll be there all day Saturday, all Saturday morning. And then also, Rosalie and her husband have allowed us to have warming fires. So they have a fire pit that will be burning. So there'll be some warm fire there. Also a barbecue pit. And from what I understand, Rosalie will be able to just have a fire going for the duration.
Yep.
Excellent.
I think I'm going to put my son on that project to keep the campfire going and then keep the barbecue pit ready for people to use.
Perfect. And I know that for some of us on some of these events, I ask you to bring wood, but in this case, that's like bringing sand to the beach. They have plenty of wood on the ground that we'll have access to. So we don't bring wood, right, Rosalie?
Right.
Okay.
You don't have to bring wood.
Yep.
Don't bring your wood, Tommy Silva. So I'd like to do this on Thursday, tomorrow night. Those of you that are going to be there, let's have a potluck dinner. Bring something to share. We're not going to sign anything. Just bring something to drink, something to eat, something to share. We'll fire up that barbecue pit, and you can bring your steak, your chicken, your hot dogs, your hamburgers, or whatever. Is that cool, Rosalie?
Yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow night, Thursday, we'll just have a group dinner out there about 5. And then on Friday, same thing around 5 o'clock. In fact, I think we'll be able to have this barbecue going most of the time, so you can just plan to bring food to barbecue on your own. We're not cooking it for you. You can bring your own and cook your own. Pretty much
It's a
all day Friday,
barbecue if
and
you
then
wanna bring it
Friday
for me.
night we'll do the same thing. We'll have a group potluck kind of dinner. Also, Chad Hinkle and we're going to bring some drums, and we're hoping to do some drum circles. Rosalie, is that okay? We're not going to interrupt
Yeah.
anybody, are we? Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. So Chad is on his way to a drum circle thing on Sunday. So he's bringing some of his stuff so we can play some music, sit around the fire, act like a bunch of hippies and bang on drums. And that'll be Friday. Saturday, Rosalie, you want to tell them about Saturday?
About, at noon.
Yes.
So my mom and my stepdad are part of the San Miguel Lions Club and wanted to come out and support our run. So they're going to be cooking some hamburgers for everybody. My mom makes these beans that are amazing, so she's planning on making all those, and just barbecuing some burgers for everybody that wants one to come up and grab a burger, maybe a bag of chips. We'll see what they bring, but it's all free of charge. It's probably be first come, first serve.
Saturday, they're gonna have a
so.
free barbecue burgers.
So when someone from the San Miguel Lions Club,
Mhm.
okay, San Miguel Lions Club says they're going to come and barbecue for you, you should take advantage of it. So it's very, very nice of them. They're doing this free of charge. They just want to do something nice for the event. And so I'm excited about that. So that's Saturday at noon. So there'll be some lunch, and then same thing Saturday night. We'll have the barbecue pit going, bring your own, cook your own. It's available. It's really nice to go to one of these events and have a fire. So often we're not allowed to have fires for obvious reasons, but in this case it works out. So thank you, Rosalie.
Hey, Louis, can I ask a quick question or
Yeah.
suggestion? Jim Watts here. Rosalie, thank you for having us out there. This is awesome. Super
Thank you
excited.
guys for signing up and coming. I'm so excited.
Quick question or suggestion, actually, since the food and lunch is being provided, and I know there might be some benefit for the Templeton track, can we just, I assume, bring donations, cash donations or anything to help out on that end?
Yeah, that would be great. Whatever you feel is appropriate. I mean, that's, like I said, they're just doing it because they want to come out and support the run. And if you want to donate back to the Lions Club or the Run Club, whatever you feel is great.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So Jim, if you remind me if I happen to have a microphone in my hand, and I'll make that announcement. No one's obligated to do that, but of course, if you want to throw a couple dollars that direction, it would be appreciated. And then ultimately, the event is a benefit for the Templeton Running Club. So a portion of your entry fees are going directly to Rosalie's group, and any cash donations or anything that happens on the day of the event will go directly to them. Thanks, Jim, as always. Post-race activities. Yeah, we'll be playing our music, and we'll have awards at the conclusion of each event. Everybody's welcome, friends, family. There's no additional fee for parking or camping at this event. The only thing is we just need everybody to sign a waiver. And ultimately, we just want to get a bunch of people out there having a good time, enjoying the property, having a beautiful weekend, and supporting the Templeton Running Club. And that's kind of it. Michelle, do you have anything to add? I know you've done a great job with the volunteers. Anything to add?
No, there's
No.
about 25 of you guys volunteering. That's awesome. Really appreciate all your help. Should be really fully stocked with volunteers and should be a good weekend. Thank you.
Those of you that don't know, Michelle Evans and Bobby really help Beverly and I out with all of our events, our volunteer coordinator. In fact, Michelle, have we started working on 9 trails yet?
A little bit, yeah. We could always use more help though. Definitely reach out.
Santa Barbara 9 Trails is happening March 19th, the traditional course. We, at this point, have about 100 folks registered for the full, another 50 or so registered for the half. We always need help with that. That's like one of the largest events, and it's a complicated event to put on. And so we need your help. If you want to come out and volunteer, that'd be great. Any questions for me? I said half hour, we're already at 40 minutes.
What time do you want course marking volunteers at the ranch tomorrow?
10 o'clock would be great. I should be there around 9, but yeah, I think we're gonna start hiking around 10 or show up around 10. Are you coming, Jim? Cool.
Yeah, I'll be there whatever time you want me there.
Okay, yeah, I think 10 o'clock is the time that that Michelle and I decided on, and so it should work out.
Hey, Louis, did you talk about like the hours that check-in to get your bib will be open?
Manly, I didn't talk about that. Beverly, do you have any? Beverly will be there Friday morning for the duration, so we'll be there. Actually, she'll be there tomorrow night. So I'd say anytime after 5 p.m. tomorrow, we'll have runner check-in going. So no, Manly, I don't have a designated time. Any questions? All right, well, before I go, I just want to say there's so many of you on this call. I'm looking at you, and many of you are supporters of the Road Dog podcast. And you guys, we really appreciate it. Kevin and I, we can't do that thing without you. It's very important to us. Your contributions, some of you are $5, $10, whatever it is, it really helps us out. The show does take a lot of time every week. It's a challenge for us to do it, but we love doing it. And thank you for your support. And I'm also hoping that we're going to have some sort of a reunion for our Patreon subscribers at the La Cuesta Ranch Trail Run. I know most of you have registered to be there, and we're looking forward to that. So that's at the Miosi Ranch, January 28th in San Luis Obispo. And it's going to be so cool to get together with some of you Patreon subscribers. So thank you so much. All right. Any other questions for me? Comments? Suggestions? Rosalie, any fears or reservations?
No, I just hope everybody likes it as much as I do.
I think everyone's going to love it. Thank you so much for allowing us to come out, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow or Friday. Any other questions in the chat? If I come on Saturday morning, what time will the gate be open? The gate will be open. Rosalie, we don't have any hours of operation for the gate.
No, we'll have it open.
Okay, so come when you can, come as you are. Final, I'd say dress warm. It's been cold. I think I saw it was like 33 degrees out there yesterday or the day before.
Yep.
All right, bring warm clothes. Get ready to do some camping. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, Louis. Thanks, Rosalie.
Bye. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.